How's it going, everyone? My name is True Underdog, and today I wanted to react to Sonicfox's tier list in Mortal Kombat 11. So let me start off by stating the obvious. Sonicfox is a much better player than I could ever hope to be. So it goes without saying that he sees this game very differently than most people, myself included. However, at the same time, I've even seen other pro players look at this tier list and they don't agree. So today I wanted to review this tier list and try and get inside the mind of Sonicfox and see why he believes these characters should be where they are on this tier list. So without any further ado, let's get to it. So starting off with the top rank, we have the S tier, and of course Nightwolf is included here. So first up, we have Liu Kang. Not much of a surprise there. Liu Kang plays this game very well, and he only needs a couple of strings to do it. His crushing blows are also pretty reliable, and he basically cancels out your wake-up game. You just don't do wake-ups against Liu Kang, it's a death sentence. If he catches you with that parry, it's a very damaging combo. It's actually quite insane. So you just don't want to do it, and of course, as mentioned earlier, that mix-up is the name of the game, and his zoning is also really good too. He forces you to block. He has that flying dragon kick, which online is basically unreactable. He can just catch you with it if you're not blocking like you should be. So in other words, he is deadly at every distance, and that's why he is at the front. Then right behind him, we have Cetrion. Easily the best zoner in the entire game, very strong character. I don't know if I agree with her being number 2, but I think the reason Sonicfox feels this way is because a good Cetrion player is scarier than almost any other player, especially Dragon. Sonicfox has stated multiple times that he fears Dragon more than pretty much any other pro player, and this could be why he is so scared of Cetrion. She might not be that scary in the hands of a regular player or even a pretty good player, but in the hands of a fantastic player, Cetrion can be one of the best characters in the entire game. So I can see Sonicfox's line of reasoning with this decision. This third one though does have me a bit perplexed. We have Jax. I don't see very many top Jax players. Now I will agree that Jax is safe on nearly everything he does, and he has some very reliable crushing blows. And he's also quite fast, he can whiff punish nearly anything, and he's just a pretty solid character, I agree. His zoning is not very good, but he does have answers if you're running away and trying to stay at a distance. He does have some responses for that. So perhaps those reasons are why Sonicfox has him at number 3. I would never put him at number 3, but once again, I'm no Sonicfox, so he's seeing the game differently than I do. And then we have Sonya Blade. She's still on the top tier, but she's not at the very front. He has her in 4th place. I don't think those nerfs were a super big deal for Sonya, but they did make her a bit more fair, a bit more normalized. So that much is good, and I do agree she's a very strong character. Some people have her at the very front even now. I think I have her at 2nd or 3rd place, so I don't disagree with her placement here. I think the reason he's putting her here right now is because a lot of players who main Sonya have switched to somebody else. So pro players definitely do view this game differently than you or I do. And this decision has me very puzzled as well, very similar to Jax. He has Scarlet as one of the best characters in the game, top 5. Pretty crazy stuff. A lot of people keep lowering Scarlet on the tier list because while she is okay, she's not really better than anybody else at anything. She's kind of a jack of all trades, oddly enough. She has meterless combos. She has some fairly decent pressure, she's pretty good at zoning, she has a lot of stuff going for her, but she's not really crazy at anything. She's just a little bit good at everything, and she's better than most players at zoning, but not the best character at zoning. Cetrion definitely wins there, but she still has pretty good zoning, and everything else she's decent at as well. So I think Sonicfox has her here because once again, in the hands of a really great player, she can be extremely terrifying. She is actually quite quick. She is surprisingly fast. And this definitely does have me surprised. Noob Saibot right here. 2nd place of the A+ tier. That's pretty crazy to me. Now maybe Variation 2 is much better than I think it is. I certainly do like the combo extension he has now with the meter burn slide, and that also makes him a bit safer on block as well, so perhaps Variation 2 is why he is here. I didn't watch the entire video, it's a bit lengthy and I wish I had more time, but between work and making videos and also trying to get those daily challenges in Kombat League, because I really want that Revenant Katana skin, I just don't have time to watch the entire video. I'm sorry Sonicfox, I love your gameplay. Keep on putting that work in and keep taking those grand finals, but I just didn't have time to watch the entire video. But I digress. The main point is that having Noob Saibot here does surprise me. It could be Variation 2, or it could be that he thinks that Noob Saibot hasn't been explored enough yet. Either or. We got Jackie, got Cabal, we got Cassie, no surprises there. But then we have Katana. So I have heard that Sonicfox really does believe in the Melina variation. He thinks it's very good. and I think it has potential too, it's just really boring. It gets a surprising amount of damage actually. If you just do a single string into her Adenian fans, it does like 26%. That's the same damage she gets in the first variation with like a 10-hit combo. And she also has better pressure in this variation as well. She can amplify and then keep the string going. It's not true pressure, you can interrupt it, but it's going to be quite tricky. And she has the dive kick, which can cancel out zoning very well. So I do think this might be the better of her two builds, but even so, I'm not sure if I would put her this far forward, but I'm sure Sonicfox knows something I don't. And then we have Frost. I agree with this actually. I was playing some Frost in Kombat League, and I was able to do fairly well. I got a 5-game win streak at one point, and I was feeling pretty confident. Even when the opponent picked Garrus, I was like, oh, I know how to play this matchup now. And I'm having a very good time with Frost. She can jail the opponent into plus frames, she can go for mix-ups, it's a lot of fun. I'm actually enjoying Frost quite a lot now. However, this decision does surprise me. Having Johnny Cage this high up, I think I will always have to disagree on that one simply because his meter burn fireball does not work on female characters. So in other words, every female character is a worse matchup for Johnny Cage. The fireballs go right over their head, he can't even jail you into blocking it. He can against the male characters, except for some characters like Raiden where it's a bit iffy. Sometimes the fireball will be blocked, sometimes it flies right over his head, it's very inconsistent, but all the female characters can just duck under a lot of his stuff. So pretty much every female character is a tough matchup for him, so I don't agree with him being this far forward, but I do think against the male characters he can be really good. He has really good footsies, really good pressure, and Variation 2 did get better. So I do think he has potential. And I think in the hands of a great player, he can beat nearly anybody. But he has a very tough time against the majority of the female characters, so I'm not sure if I agree with this, but once again, Sonicfox is better than me. And then D'Vorah, yes D'Vorah. I think we're all believers now because Sonicfox is consistently getting the grand finals with D'Vorah. I haven't seen him win any yet, but I haven't watched all the recent tournaments. Once again, not enough time in the day. But the fact that he is making it to grand finals with D'Vorah is quite impressive. He's doing Variation 1, he's keeping the pressure going, doing a lot of safe stuff. D'Vorah in the hands of a great player is very scary now, and I think she deserves it. I think she's earned it at this point. I know a lot of fans are upset that she killed Scorpion. I get you, man, she killed Melina. Alright, I've been hating her since before you have, and even I've learned to move on and accept the fact that she deserves to be a bit better in this game. So I understand why Sonicfox has her here. I'm surprised Sonicfox doesn't have her on the top row. But I guess with her, he's being a bit more honest. He's like, nah, only I make her look good. Only I make her look good. That's what he's thinking. And then we have Raiden and Sub-Zero. I think Sub-Zero would probably be a bit higher if it was me, but having Raiden here at the back kind of makes sense. I don't think he's better than Scorpion, but I understand why he's at the bottom of all this. I agree there. And then Kano and Scorpion being in the same spot. I wonder why he thinks this. Maybe because Reborn was a good variation for Scorpion in a lot of matchups, and now it's pretty much doo-doo. So that means the majority of these matchups he does lose now, because he has to use Variation 1? And I think that might be his line of thinking of why Scorpion is here. And then one final surprise for this row, we have Shang Tsung. Shang Tsung is now one of the worst characters in the game according to Sonicfox, and I'll be honest, I haven't looked over his patch notes that much. I haven't gotten the time to make a video for that, and I think I've missed my window as far as making a video, so if I do research that, it has to be in my own spare time. I was certainly still having a tough time against him, but then again I was playing Shao Kahn, who doesn't do particularly well against any zoning, and Shang Tsung has multiple ways to beat you, because Shao Kahn can counter horizontal zoning, especially low attacks, but the ones that come from the ground or from the sky, he doesn't really have an answer for that, and that's why Shang Tsung can still dominate some characters, but apparently he was nerfed so substantially that he now belongs in this row, and I have seen other YouTubers say something similar, where he started off being really good, and then once everyone bought him, they made him more balanced or actually nerfed him into the ground, some people have said. I'm not sure I agree, but Sonicfox seems to think so, and I feel a bit bad because Shang Tsung did get to be at one tournament, he got to be at EVO and he deserved to be there, looks the best he ever has and plays pretty strongly, but the poor guy is now apparently among the worst in the game, bottom 6. Poor guy, you hate to see it happen. However, having Shao Kahn in the bottom row, when so many players have moved him up, has me a bit surprised. Now, after playing him a bit more in Kombat League, against people who don't care about playing correctly, they just want to win, I will agree, Shao Kahn can lose to a lot of nonsense, and it's quite easy to exploit how slow he is. So I do agree a little bit there that he's not very good, but I'd put him right about here, I think. But it seems like he thinks, no, Kano is better than Shao Kahn. I might agree in some situations. And then he's in front of these two, and Kotal Kahn is still better than Collector. Even after all the buffs and Kotal Kahn getting basically nothing, Sonicfox still says no, Kotal Kahn is still better than Collector. And that's a bit of a shame, but you know what? Once again, Sonicfox is doing a lot of things right, and I think he's doing better in the game than he ever has, and here's how he sees the roster. But please tell me your thoughts on this tier list in the comment section down below. I can't wait to read them. And then while you're down there, please leave a like if you enjoyed this video. It really does help my channel out a ton. And finally, why not keep that combo going by subscribing and ringing that bell? That way you never miss a future video. Make sure to come back next time, and as always, stay underdogs.